possible to develop rules around this. Capacity issue, of course, we have capacity. Of course, we can improve on that. In the past, we've done a lot of things to improve on the capacity of people that make rules and regulation at Securities and Exchange Commission. I mean, a very good evidence is securitization. There was a time we had to send 2 of our staff to India, to Pennsylvania, to go and learn how to make rules around securitization. And they came back and they were able to do a very robust rule on securitization, even though we still expect the market to come up with products in that line. In other words, after this, and if there are applications, the Securities and Exchange Commission is very willing to look at those applications, provided good knowledge of those products are displayed.
In investing in derivatives, I think the pension funds should only use it as a risk management tool, not for speculation, to hedge against identified risk, market risk, and the rest. What are concerns? One, the regulatory oversight. Firstly, let me talk about the legal framework. I don't think we have the complete framework to be able to do this. Yeah, we're in the early stages, and we want to advise that should be expedited. Secondly, it's got to do with the regulatory oversight over market participants as well as the products that will be structured, that will be developed. Thirdly, the market infrastructure to for price discovery. If that is not in place, it's a challenge. And finally, capacity. There's always a herd mentality in Nigeria. Somebody comes up with a product, and everybody starts throwing up, all sorts of products in the market without looking at the risk and how you're able to mitigate those risks and the quality of those products. So those 4 issues are key if pension funds are to invest in derivatives. And we would be willing to engage all parties. We're very open. And I think this is good. I think the right steps are being taken, but a clear roadmap should be put in place, and people should not walk in silos. I think, Aigimokodo in the morning mentioned the issue of 2 CCPs. Do you require that or 1? I think things need to be streamlined and properly done, because just one deal, if one deal busts, I'm telling you that's the end. So we're open to further engagement, and we look forward to very exciting times in the Nigerian capital market.
But further engagements are still needed, but this is a very good way to start it, get all the regulators and other players in the room to talk about it and look at the issues, look at the prospects, and of course, with regards to issues, of course, you prefer solutions on how best it is to tackle it. And the regulators that were in the room say they are really also already on track to making sure that this happens. Well, Business Morning continues in just a moment. When we do come back, we'll be talking about we'll be taking a look at early trade from the Nigerian Stock Exchange. We've got Rotimi Fakayejo, who's an equities trader and the CEO of Enterprise Stockbrokers, joining us in just a bit to give us a sense of where the market is. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Business Morning on Channels Television. Just so you know, still in line with, of course, keeping track of issues coming up with regards to the FX market. The 8 over-the-counter FX futures contract settlement of national $266 million will happen today at the FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange. And that means quite a huge amount of liquidity, especially for those critical sectors that continue to be off-takers of the dollar at this time. So the 8 over-the-counter FX futures contract settlement of $266 million happens today at the FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange. So still talking about the markets, let's take a look at what's happening in downtown Customs Street. Let's talk to Rotimi Fakaijo, who is an equities trader at the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Good morning to you, Rotimi.
Morning, Harriet.
So give us a sense of where the market is this morning, coming in from quite a flattish close yesterday, even though we saw investors favoring most of the large cap stocks, where it seemed as if it was half and half. So we had large cap stocks being favored and as well some large cap stocks that were not so favored by investors.
Well, I think yesterday we definitely could have closed very much better than what we did, but for the losses recorded in the likes of Seplat, WAPCO, Lafarge WAPCO, and those definitely nullified the major gain that we saw in Nigerian breweries and the rest. I think for what is happening in the market now, we've seen a day of good gains. I said on Monday, yesterday was barely flat. And today we are already trending positively again because the position of the market right now is 0.02%, and is most likely to get better than what it is presently.
So which sectors in particular, or which equities in particular, are contributing to this marginal gain that we're seeing in early trade?
Yeah, I think for what we have right now, we have Zenith Bank having gained 7 kobo, Jaiz Bank 1 kobo, and also FBN Holdings 1 kobo. Those are the 3 major gainers for now, and we don't have any major loser just yet.
But then you see, at this point in time, what really is the market looking for to help catalyze it? Coming in from a lot of things that has gone on in the last 48 hours with regards to Central Bank of Nigeria's new FX policies. On Monday, we actually saw an improvement in the market, marginal close yesterday. Is it that investors are still not particularly comfortable with these new policies? Have they adopted a wait-and-see approach?
Well, I think in time past we've had pronouncements like this. And what is more important now is an effective and working foreign exchange policy. Yes, everybody, this thing stands for at least a minimum of 2 weeks, 1 month, before everybody is going to buy into it. But until then, the market will still at least remain as it is. But one thing that is very key at this point in time, a stable and effective foreign exchange policy is definitely going to be a boost to the Nigerian equity market. And we are waiting for a time like that. The moment that happens, then we're definitely going to have a major turnaround in the market as foreign portfolio investors will take more interest and more seriousness with our market.
Talk to us a little bit about Presco. At the end of Tuesday's close, it was the major volume driver for the market, contributing about 26.27% to total volume recorded.
Yes, I think all is in the expectation of the results. We've seen a 9-month result. It was very fantastic, and that sector has been a very good and viable sector. So we expect that it may most likely be the best results that we'll be seeing in the market this year. So investors are actually taking positions and believing that they are going to get a good payoff for it.
And what do you think?
To believe is a fantastic buy for anyone at this point in time, because the price definitely is going to get much higher than this, maybe about 10% or 15% higher than what we are seeing presently by the time it comes out. So
All right.
It's going to be a very fantastic buy-in.
Rotimi, thank you so much for joining us on the program and giving us a look at the markets in pre-open at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, that is. And that's it on today's edition of Business Morning. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Harriet Agbenyi. Have a profitable day.